Welcome, Finn, Timothy, Reaper. Welcome, guys. Yeah, I think you were first. So, hey, this is Oliver the Wolf Guy behind the camera. And this evening, I am out patrolling with one of our ambassador animals from the Tahoe Wolf Center. We're just heading off here. This is Nunarak. We call him Nuni. Nuni is marking some territory here. We are just a little bit outside our habitat fence here, crossing through some conservancy land and near some vacation rentals. And then we'll get off into some bigger woods, but this is where Nuni wanted to go to start. Hey, Yami, how's it going, buddy? Welcome. Yes, and can you believe the size of Nuni? I just can't get over how big he is. He's still got another 2 years of putting on size, and sometimes I'm a little scared of the size of this one here. I hope he stays nice. I really prefer to go the other way when I leave the property, but for whatever reason lately, what do you got in your mouth, mister? You got to pay attention. They pick up stuff, and then I'm like, what are you eating? And then they kiss me, and sometimes it's stuff like dead mice. It's super gross. Like, walk me right through the prickly shrubbery. Why not, huh? Nuni, how about we go this way? Come on, Nuni. I'm redirecting. Let's go this way. Come on. It's nicer over here. The other animals just started singing. He's taller than Icknick for sure. He's definitely going to be bigger than Icknick. You're right. I don't know how much. Icknick is especially big, but Nuni is just unusually big. His face is big. His nose is big. He's really leggy. He's got a very long tail. Nuni, come on. Let's go this way. Come here. He's leading me to where we have to cross the road is like a cliff. It's this rock wall. I hate climbing down the rock wall. Let's stay up here. Here, Nuni. Come on. Stay with me. Welcome, everybody. So here, let me flip this around real quick. I'm Oliver the Wolf Guy. What's up, everybody? I am the founder and executive director of the Tahoe Wolf Center. We are a nonprofit dedicated to teaching the world about wolves and why they're such an interesting and ecologically important species. And today, I have Nunarak out here. He's one of our ambassador animals. Nuni is about 1 year and 3 months old, 1 year and 4 months old. He's a unusually large animal for this age. He is likely going to be more than 150 pounds, which makes him extremely large. You know, a lot of people think wolves are like 200 pounds. They're not. Nuni here will be a very large wolf at 150 pounds. And that's bigger than any wolf the Yellowstone Wolf Project has ever weighed during their research. So, quite a big boy here. He's still, wolves reach their long bone growth. The males take a little longer to end their long bone growth, typically at 18 to 24 months. They stop getting taller, but then they start filling out a little bit more through their neck and their chest, and they just get a little more muscular. And so yeah, of course we're right in the middle of this rock wall here. I hate this thing here. Nuni, because he'll just run right down it and take me off it like a, come on, let's keep going along it here. Don't make me climb down the rock wall with you and my pack. Yeah, of course. He's got to sample whatever the bear dragged out of the trash. We have a lot of bears up here, and they knock over the trash, and then it ends up spread through the woods. It doesn't look like there's anything left in that one. Come on. So while you got me on here, Feel free to ask questions about our work, our advocacy, what's going on in the broader world of wolf conservation right now. And any question is fair game while you got me online here. It's why I'm live streaming, is specifically the Chad Virgin Beach. You should do that, man, Yami. I mean, these dire wolves, this dire wolf experiment is such a sad thing for me. I mean, it's like soul crushing to see that this is what tech bros do with their money, is that instead of taking $10 billion and buying land and preserving it for all mankind forever, instead they do this vanity experiment with these white genetic defect. And it's not the animal's fault. I feel so sad for these animals. I mean, they have such obvious genetic defects, and none of them are even going to be as big as Nunarak. There's no way they're not. I can already tell just by their structure. They have these weird overbites and stuff. So you really should do, like, I've already kind of beat up on the scientists, some of whom were, I won't say my friends, but colleagues. I mean, I don't know what Bridget von Holt is doing involved with that project. I'd be ashamed if I was involved with that project. And now they're what? They're doing the MOA? Okay. Like, there is no ecosystem left for those animals, even if they were able to bring an animal back, which they're not. So that's a rant. Yep, 175. You're exactly right. Interior Alaskan wolves, which Nuni is from the same sort of genetic pool as interior Alaskan wolves. And so this is this is the largest subspecies of wolf in the world. And he's a large specimen. And keep in mind, he's got the optimized diet, right? Like, he doesn't ever have 14 days of no food. We fast our animals once a week. And when he's been left hungry for 24 hours, he thinks he's starving to death. So he hardly, doesn't miss a meal, and then we make up for it the next round. So he's healthy, right? He's genetically optimum for, maximized his genetic. Hey there, Jerome. So we have wolves because we're a nonprofit. I've devoted my entire life. I fell in love with wolves when I was 4. And there pretty much hasn't been a day in my life that I haven't been focused on this topic. And I've been working with the species hands-on for around 40 years. I studied carnivore biology in school, and I've been involved in the science and recovery and politics of wolves. But the most important thing I do is let people learn about the species up close and personal. And so things like this live stream are really the biggest part of my mission in terms of letting people see these animals. And what do you got? How about you don't eat coyote poop right in front of me? So he's still a puppy, so I'll show you something here. Nuni, spit that out, please. Come on. Thank you. No, leave it. Thank you. I don't even know what that was. It's weird. All right, come on. Wolves are, like a dog. They'll eat weird stuff. They'll roll in the worst stuff ever. I have to really pay attention because they will roll in a giant pile of bear poop like it's the best smelling perfume ever. Yeah. Right, the poo-o. Oh, yes. Now, you really know your wolf stuff. I knew some of the scientists involved with those poo-os, and they were super weird. Is it legal? It's legal if you're a nonprofit that has all of the appropriate license and permits and experience and facilities. And oh, hey, Kendra, the frog. Welcome, guys. How many pounds? He's about 150 pounds as a pet. So, Ron, our animals are not pets. These are working educational ambassador animals. We are a 501c3 called the Tahoe Wolf Center. And yeah, they're not pets. These guys make horrible pets. They will ruin your house. They will destroy your car. pretty much any neighbor you have will hate you as fast as possible because these guys are difficult to keep contained properly. We have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in fencing and cameras and decades of best practice guidelines established. So very, very complicated. Right, yeah, exactly. If it smells worse, my animals, I've never had a bad smelling wolf ever unless they rolled in something awful. They smell, every one of them has a distinct smell. My favorite for sure, don't do it. I see he's gonna roll in some poop right here, but I caught him. Come on, no rolling. I usually let them do almost everything they want except for roll and poop. I'm just not a fan. Hey, Jason. Need him. Nobody needs one of these. Yes, what Colossal made is pretty much a abomination. And the thing is that there was a lot of suffering involved in the surrogate animals. They had a huge amount of attrition in the implanted embryos. And the animal, I mean, for anybody that spent a lifetime around these animals, it's just obvious they're messed up, right? They have these huge overbites. Like their top of their jaw is way too long for their lower jaw, so they have this weird overbite. And their gait is messed up. Like there must be other structural issues because they do not have the slinky, smooth, don't do it. I see him thinking about it here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, let's go. He's like, it smells so good to me. It's probably awful, but I want to roll in it and bring it home to my family. Come on. Let's go this way. So Nuni, ordinarily the boys are not hiking their leg and marking territory as aggressively as Nuni. It's one of the things that actually concerns me a little bit about him, is that his level of territoriality and his precociousness is pretty high. And the thing about him is he's a super confident animal, and that could mean that he's difficult when we come into breeding season and I don't let him have his girlfriend. He may get difficult. And that's one of the reasons why many people that get wolf dogs fail, is that the animals, let me flip this around for a sec, you can all see me. So the animals mature around 2 to 3 years old, and their disposition can change considerably throughout the year, but particularly in like December through March, they can become pretty intense because their hormones are raging during that time of year. Wolves don't breed year round like dogs. They breed once a year, and so they're really intense that time of year. A lot of people discover they simply couldn't manage the animal that they have. And our animals are with us for life. We're prepared for anything, including animals that are potentially dangerous. But a lot of their personality has to do with how they're brought up and how you interact with them, and knowing not to push them when they're telling you don't push them. So that's a great question, Ron. Thank you so much for that. And greetings from Croatia. So this whole alpha status thing is actually a complete mistake. And I'm going to give you some details here. So the whole idea of the alpha wolf, and I'm actually about to do 2 TED Talks this year about this. This is my area for sure. So this whole idea of the alpha wolf comes from work that was done at the Basel Zoo in Austria or Germany in the 40s by a guy named Rudolf Schenkel. And they took unrelated wolves and put them together and watched what happened in captivity. And they fought, and the biggest bully came out on top, and they decided that was the alpha, and they formed a pecking order. But that's not wolf biology. That's prison survival. And David Meach, who is generally considered the world's foremost wolf biologist, subsequently continued this research at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago in the late 60s and early 70s, and he observed the same thing and wrote a book about it called The Wolf, the Behavior and Ecology of an Endangered Species. And hey, how about not? Come on, don't, Nuni, don't eat weird stuff. Come here, leave it, leave it, leave it. Hey, and by the way, what I'm telling him right now, this leave it, huge amount of work to get a wolf to leave something. Like, we do drills over and over. And when they're into something, they're not like dogs where you can give them a treat and they'll start paying attention to you. They don't care about treats when they're busy. So anyhow, the problem is that Meech's book became popular culture. And then it became alpha male dominance in humans and toxic masculinity that has now led us to people like Andrew Tate and Sneeko and a whole generation of young men who are getting the wrong idea about how to lead and what it looks like to be a good, strong, effective leader. But in reality, all wolf packs, every wolf pack ever formed the same way, which is an unrelated male and female wolf decided they liked each other. They found unoccupied territory and they had babies. And that formed their pack, their family group. Over time, that pack expanded with successive generations from the breeding pair. But the animals that would be the alphas are mom and dad, just like human families. And it's just like your family, right? Like you're not trying to defeat your dad to take over your family with your mom. It just doesn't work like that. And it's the same with wolves. And so, no, to these animals who I got when they were tiny and have hand raised, they're not challenging me for alpha status by any means. They're not interested in dominating me. What they're interested in is breeding with an opposite sex female, and they're smart animals. And so they could get frustrated because they understand, like, oh, you're not letting me do something I want to do, and I want to do it. And they can become recalcitrant and difficult because of that. But they're not challenging me to rule my house. It just doesn't work like that. And the problem is that we've got a whole culture of dog training. Thank God it's starting to go away now. You know, these Cesar Millans of the world that are, you got to be the alpha. And it's created a culture of abuse and mistreatment of amazingly intelligent animals who respond way better to what we call, non-coercive, mutualist techniques. Like my animals, I like to say that these are my teammates, not my inmates. We work together. You'll see me telling him stuff, but I'm not aggressive with him in any way, shape, or form. There's no such thing as a correction. You try to deliver a correction to a wolf, and they'll give you a correction right back. And the correction they give you is going to leave a mark. So, this is all collaborative work. It's why I can take an animal that is, able to pull an elk down out on a walk, right? He's used to working with me and collaborating with me. But just imagine if he got mad at me while I'm connected to him. Like, in 1992, I was attacked by a wolf that I worked with because I tried to be alpha. There was a circumstance where I was actually dominating another animal just to get it under control. I just grabbed her because I was afraid she was going to run into a road. And my other animal attacked me and very nearly killed me. And so, I know the consequences of handling these animals improperly. But yeah. Stubborn, cranky, aggressive. Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, coyotes are tricky too. Fortunately, they're not big, but they're a wild animal too. A wild, super intelligent, hyper adaptable, completely independent thinking, problem solving being. So we're always super careful when we're out on a trail where there's, like, if I hear people, I have to be really careful because if they have an off-leash dog come running up on me, that can be super problematic because my animals are not super sociable to unfamiliar dogs. Wolves don't, I like to say that, dogs can have friends. Wolves are like Dexter. They don't get to have friends, right? Their family is their friend. Every once in a while, an animal will have a liking to an unfamiliar animal, but for the most part, that's not the case at all. And so, by the way, yeah, he's grazing here. That is a totally normal thing. Don't let people tell you that that's an indication of poor health. This is dietary enrichment. We specifically go places where these certain grasses grow. It's really good for their teeth, for their breath, for their digestive system. They don't digest it the same way, so it actually kind of comes out as grass in their stools, but that's part of how they cleanse their digestive tract and maintain their own health, right? Wolves have instinct for the things that are good for them. Like, you don't find wild wolves dead from eating mushrooms. They understand what they can eat, whereas dogs, I mean, I'm in a group where people are, trying to sort out what their dog ate with experts on things like mushrooms and poisonous plants, and it's amazing how many dogs eat poisonous mushrooms. What you doing over there? Come on, let's go this way. Come on. So this is where we're at, by the way. Kind of a pretty environment here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate the subs. Oh, you guys are so lucky. So do you hear that? That's a wild coyote. Oh, you guys are so stoked. So I know this coyote. This coyote, I call him Barky. Barky is the dominant coyote. Like wolves, coyotes hold territories. They form persistent family groups. So Barky has been, and he's an old man. He's at least 8 years old. He's got a new pup this year that followed me there's his pup. So we're getting a little sonnet here from Barky, and that's probably his pup. Hey, really? You gonna roll and stink while I'm looking at the coyotes? You sure are. You just did a little poop smear while I was looking at the coyotes. So they're, a lot of people say, oh, they're gonna try to lure. They're not trying to lure a wolf back to attack it. That isn't what they're doing. What they're doing is they're alarming that a wolf is in their presence. They're notifying their family of danger. And these guys know me. They see me all the time. And so what's going to happen is they're probably going to follow me at about 30 to 50 yards. So this is Barky's mate, actually. Where is she? And if it sounds to you like there's more than two, it's because they do this thing with their vocalizations called beau geste, which is intended to make it sound like there's many more. So hold on, Nuni doesn't care at all. Like, my animals are so over the coyotes. But she's right there, dead center of the screen. And then Barky is somewhere right behind me. Don't do it. Nuni! Don't roll in bear shit. Come on, get up. Get up, you already got one roll. He's totally taking advantage of me being distracted to roll in. He almost got some bear poop. That would have been super gross. By the way, we have this stuff that we use that lets us get rid of the stink. I'm actually about to partner with the company to bring it to the market. It's not originally for dogs. Nuni, you're a troublemaker, aren't you? So they're just following me and letting me know they'd prefer it if I moved on because they have pups over here. Their pups are really cute. The one pup looks just like his dad. It's so funny. Come on, Stinker. You, Mr. Stinky. Hey, guys. They're all singing their song because of me. Oh, yeah. I'm walking a wolf. So these animals know me. Yeah, so they always freak out when I come through here because they know. He doesn't care. Yeah, he doesn't care. Not at all. They're not even interested. Yeah, this is Nuni. He's one of our ambassador animals at our nonprofit. It's called the Tahoe Wolf Center, TahoeWolfCenter.org. Yeah, we're a little bit tiny, and hey, he's rolling. Come on, stop rolling and stuff, mister. He's just desperate to smell as bad as possible by the time we're done. You. But yeah, the coyotes react to us because they know we're a threat, and so they alarm, and they follow us and try to get us to move. So yeah, and the coyote you hear the most, we call him Barky. He's like 8 years old. Huh? What's that? Thank you. Yeah, you can find those. You can also find me online as Oliver the Wolf Guy on TikTok and YouTube. For sure. Have a good evening. Thank you. So hey, how about we leave it? Boy, Nuni is just hell-bent on being smelly by the time we get home. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You see now we've moved on a little chill. Okay, so Ron, this is Joe Rogan spreading complete BS. There have never been 400 strong packs of wolves anywhere on earth. And he actually had one of my friends on a show, and she tried to set him straight, but he's just stubborn about this. There is no evidence of this, and it doesn't make biological sense because with 400 wolves together, there wouldn't be enough food anywhere. Yeah, the largest pack ever. Yeah, Yami, you're about right. It's about 37, I think, was the Druids at their peak. I'm actually about to talk about the Druids in my TED Talk because they had two different leaders that were very different. Wolves, 40 and 42. 40 was a tyrant, led through aggression, even killed her sister's pups. Her sister was 42. But finally, 42 and some of her allies had enough, and they killed 40. And then 42 took over leadership of the family group, and the Druids were one of the most stable wolf family groups in the history of Yellowstone as a result of 42. Yeah, we do run into wild animals. We see bears. Coyotes, bears. Every once in a while we see a bobcat. There are mountain lions here, but I haven't seen any while I've been out with wolves. I'm sure they see me, but they don't want anything to do with us when we're doing this. So, and you can see the coyotes have gone quiet now that I moved on. They may pop back out over here somewhere. They sometimes do. So for those of you, I see we have a lot of people joining us. Thank you so much for checking me out. I am Oliver the Wolf Guy. I am the founder and executive director of the Tahoe Wolf Center. We are a nonprofit. You can find us at TahoeWolfCenter.org. You can also find me on TikTok. I'm at Oliver the Wolf Guy on both. And kind of different content, but when I live stream, it's always educational. Try to answer questions, showcase behaviors, Furrow. So for those of you that are seeing people jump online here, Furrow is one of my close friends. Furrow is a fellow wolf handler and all around amazing guy. We have collaborated on one of the most spectacular litters born in North America in the last forever, pretty much. We did amazing work together. Nice to see you, buddy. Been a minute here since I haven't been live streaming as much. My wife is a world-class chef, and this summer we're opening up a new restaurant, and I've been up to my eyebrows in permits and construction management, which is not my favorite gig, but we wanted to get as much of the summer under our belt with business. It's taken longer than we thought. So bears. So the bears are afraid of us. They're a little more interested in the bears than they are in the coyotes. I have one animal so bears make these things called day beds where it looks like a dog bed, but just carved into the earth. And I have a female, my Nunarak, who's 14, and whenever hey, Marsac. So I don't know what's going on with my stream. It's acting really strange. Oh, it's back. Okay. Super weird. I don't know what just happened. Yeah, the problem obviously is that Joe has got a massive and unfortunately impressionable audience, and he's difficult to overcome. But I'm hoping list him, right? I mean, I know he loves wolves. I think he would find me interesting as a guest. I mean, he's got I was surrounded by wolves and they were going to kill me. Well, I've got difference is I've got 40 years of having to protect my pizza from wolves as I go from my gate to my front door. I mean, I literally live inside the habitat. I have for almost 40 years, me and my wife. And so we have 6 animals, 5 wolves and a dog that we manage every second of the day. My wife has been married to me for 23 years. We've never been on an airplane together because one of us has been on the property with the animals every single night of that 23 years. There's never been one night where one of us wasn't there. If I have to travel, like to go give a talk, she's there. And when she goes to Thailand to see her family, I'm home. Now, I don't know what happened with my cell there. It was weird because usually this whole walk is good, but one of the things that happens up here is this is a resort town, and so on the weekends we get super packed, and the cell service gets hammered by all the people that just showed up and have their Wi-Fi and their whatever they're doing, and so there's not capacity. What are you looking at? Whenever they focus on something, I have to figure out what it is because it could be important. They're so much more alert and attuned to their environments than us, and especially if I'm, walking around live streaming. So now we're going to head through this little community of vacation homes that's above my property, and it's possible people will see us and ask questions. And of course, when I'm out here, I just answer. I really, my mission is to make sure people understand what we do, feel comfortable with our animals, and that they give a positive impression all the time. And you can see his beautiful gait. They're so much different than dogs. Even the most agile dogs in the world sort of look like they're plodding compared to you would never, you can just see how light he is on his feet. It's just a beautiful, and I never get tired of the gait. To me, it's actually one of the things that's absolutely so fascinating is how they move, how efficient they are in the snow, and how fast they can run. These guys could run 35 to 40 miles an hour. A sibling of my old lady, the Arctic wolves are the fastest. They're the leggiest ones. Arctic wolves have to be able to hunt down Arctic hare at a certain time of the year because that's all that's really available to them when they have pups. And Arctic hare are fast and agile, and so those animals have to be super fast. So my Arctic wolf's sibling was they got it to chase a lure out of a car on a runway, and they clocked it at 42.5 miles an hour. This is Fave Clarice. Yeah, tonight is super nice. It's been so far kind of a mild summer. It's like probably in the like 72 right now. It's kind of perfect. No clouds right now. Yeah, it's been super nice today. Yep, every movement, I know. It's just, and then when they play rough with each other, I just love it. I never get tired of it. You know, and they jump up and they box each other and they race around, and, you know, just their directional changes, mid-air changes, leaping onto and off of stuff. Nuni here can jump like 9 feet straight up. It's crazy. He can hit his head on the rafters of our deck. What you looking? There he sees a person on a deck here. You're all right. Don't get scared. What's up? So you can sort of see he's a little timid now. He was less timid when he was younger. But now every once in a while he'll get a little freaked out by something. Hey, Wolfie. Right, no overheating. Why are you eating a leaf? Okay. So I'm not sure which way he wants to go here. You want to go this way? All right. I guess we're going this way. Most people are curious when they see him. They ask questions, and a lot of times people, they ask if they can pet him, which I totally get. And every once in a while, it just depends on the animal and the person. He'll walk up to people sometimes. Like he's pretty bold, and if the person's kind of calm and just it behaves the right way, he'll walk right up and give him a poke with his big nose. But in terms of being cuddly, really mostly cuddly with me and my wife. We have a couple friends that particular animals really like. I've got this buddy named Sean who's just dog magic. Like every one of my animals is all over him, except Mooney. Mooney's for me and my wife. Mooney really only loves me and my wife. Oh, you're welcome. Yep. But I think him hanging out with wolves would get a rise from people. I just think, I can't imagine. I mean, when I jump on here, barring technical difficulties, usually I have a couple hundred people watch, and I'm just taking a walk with an animal, Who? Nuni? Yes. It was funny, when I brought Nuni home, Mooney didn't like him very much at all. She would show teeth, and she was just like, she'd make this disgusted expression like, I don't like him. But then he got his nuts. And once he got his nuts, Mooney was like, well, maybe he's not that bad. He kind of pesters Icknick. I hope they get along this winter. That's going to be the next big thing that I got to pay attention to is this winter when we're in breeding season and the girls and the boys have to be separated. And we'll see if they put up with each other. Year 3 is the year when shit usually goes wrong on you. So we will find out whether shit's gonna go wrong. Years 3 and 4. If you get through year 4 and everything is pretty cool, usually it stays cool until an animal gets very, very old, and then you got to take different approach if they're, you know, younger animals are testing an older animal. Nuni, stay on this side. Thank you, mister. I haven't given Nuni's neck a sniff since the beginning of this walk when he caught a few shoulder rolls, so I don't know how bad he smells. Well, you should come out here and visit, man. You're one of those people I would definitely let you come over. So wait, for people that are curious about visiting, we are a private facility. Our work is all typically, you know, specialized presentations, online stuff. Like, we're not open to the public to come visit on a day. On occasion, I will have guests as long as they're willing to sign a liability release. My insurance requires that if they're going to come into a habitat. I know. Yeah, the 3 or 4, the puppy is gone. That's exactly right. Like, what happened to the cute puppy? You know, the first milestone is, oh no, they're peeing with their leg up. And then it's, oh no, they don't like other dogs at all. And then it's, oh no, they don't like each other. That's the sequence. And if you're really unlucky, it's, oh no, they don't like you either. Nunarak. Nuni. Nuni's name means earth or of the land in Inuktitut. Nunarak is his full name. We call him Nuni. So for those of you that haven't seen the channel before, I am Oliver the Wolf Guy. Hey, what's up? I am the founder and executive director of the Tahoe Wolf Center. We are a nonprofit organization dedicated to educating the world about wolves and why they're important to keep ecosystems healthy. And I like to showcase my animals in natural situations. They live in a large natural habitat, but I do take them out as much as I can. And this evening, I'm out here with Nuni, and he is a 1.5 year ambassador animal, not quite a 1.5 year. And he weighs about, he's probably getting close to 150 pounds. It's not so easy to get him on a scale while he's awake, so we don't know for sure. And we were just coming back from a hike in the woods, and he decided he wanted to walk. We live in this place where there's a bunch of these similar vacation style homes here, and because I like to keep him accustomed to people, if he decides he wants to walk through a neighborhood, we do it just so that he has a chance to smell people and you know, infrastructure rather than just the woods. Although if you hang out with me for a few more minutes, we're almost back on the property, and then you'll get to see a couple of the other animals. They'll probably overhear me speaking. We're close enough they can hear me. And then I'll hear them howling because they hear me. Oh, do you do lightsaber stuff? No, I'm in Northern California. Welcome, everybody. Hey. Oh, did you see he scared himself because it smelled like an unfamiliar person? So he's smelling this little something that smells like a person, and he jumped back. He's like, oh no. And I can actually hear my other animals howling now. And he's gonna do something funny here. So wolves do this thing called a muzzle punch, where they punch it with their nose to see if it like jumps back. So he's giving it a good sniff, and he may give it a poke here with his nose. Oh, scared self. It made a noise. They're big chickens with unfamiliar stuff, but you gotta understand that in the wild, these animals, unfamiliar is what kills you, you know. Unfamiliar stuff is the thing that goes snap, and suddenly your foot's stuck in a trap. And so they're programmed to jump back and avoid things that behave in ways that are unexpected. And like, there's people talking upstairs in that home, and he's checking it out, see what they're doing. The lightsaber guy would probably love to play with somebody good. He's quite committed to that. Good day, good day. Thank you very much. Oh, I can hear our people singing here. What's wrong? Doesn't like something. Nuni, you're going to run into that thing and not like it when your leash hits it. Come on, come this way. What's the problem? So if they don't want to go somewhere, come on, can we go this way? You're gonna scare yourself. So see, he doesn't want to go that way, and he's pulling me. I can hear my other animals. It's weird that he doesn't want to go here. He's normally. I'm gonna give him a sec and see. Really? Looks like we're gonna go on a little detour. He's like, nope, I don't want to go that way. And it could be that he just wants a little more time. I don't feel like he's really afraid of anything over there. Oh God, does he run faster than me? Thank you, K-Rock. Yes, Nuni is spectacular. I would agree. So the deal was that Nuni was going to end up in a very bad situation. And a friend of mine from Switzerland actually helped me ransom Nuni out of his situation, and I had to go pick him up. But it was a super sketchy deal. And my wife was not happy about it because we did not plan on getting this animal. It was not the timing that we were intending to have. And he was a little older. We ordinarily get our animals, come on, leave it. We ordinarily get our animals when they're less than 10 days old. And Nuni was already a couple weeks old. But I just made a decision I was going to go get Nuni at all costs. My wife was threatening to divorce me. And I was like, okay, I got to do what I got to do. You married a man who makes decisions, in a very particular way. And, if that's what it comes down to. So you'll see, I actually have a video here where I was like, my wife says to me, so Oliver, how much do you love Nuni? And I said, well, let me put it to you this way. If you had divorced me over going to get Nuni, I would look at this animal and I'd say it was worth it. But she loves Nuni too. Nuni is awesome. He's just been such a wonderful addition to our program and our family, and hopefully he stays awesome. Nuni, we're gonna go this way now. You're not gonna drag me up another hill. Come on, we're gonna go this way. Come on. Come on. I gave you your detour. This is actually the area I prefer to go, but now we're at the end. I gotta go make wolf food with my wife. Hey, we're gonna go this way, buddy. I gotta go make your dinner. We gotta make up a batch of their raw food, which is, it's just a mini batch tonight, just like 100 pounds. Which, by the way, for those that are wondering, 100 pounds is a little bit more than a week's worth of food for my animals. At $15 an animal a day, it isn't cheap what we do. So this is one of our ambassador wolves here. What are you doing? You have your nose in an animal's hole. You're probably going, oh my God, there's a giant nose in my house. Nuni! You should hear the noises he's making. He's going, something's gonna bite you on the nose. Come on, come on. How do you get your leg all tangled up in your line here? Come on, walk it off. Walk it off there. There you go. Come on, let's go this way. Come on, here. There you go. These animals are so smart when it comes to rope. It's just crazy. They're a different level than a dog. They'll walk through a thicket and unwind themselves. Here, stop. Stop. There. Oh, you're giving me a little attitude, aren't you? Come on, let's go this way. So for those of you that are wondering, in case you haven't been on this channel before, I don't think anything's following me. I think that's very unlikely. We're pretty alert to stuff. And this is a combo in the woods. It's like the last thing in the world you want to get into a situation with is me and a wolf. Yeah, he does have his puppy face. He's still very puppy, I agree. Come on, let's go this way. But next year he won't be very puppy anymore. All right. Come on. Come on, let's go this way. Here we go. Nuni. Come on. No, it's because we're kind of in between these houses and stuff, and he's a little nervous. They don't like walking between the houses. They just sort of feel like they can get pinched in that narrow gap with walls on either side, which of course is a possibility if they were, and so they're just vigilant when they go there. We got a car coming here, so I'm gonna just wait a second. Come on, let's go see our people. Come on. Let's go see our people. So we're not a company, we're a nonprofit. And right now we do not have any employees at all. It's me and my wife that run this particular nonprofit, just because of how we're set up. In the future, we are hoping to grow the organization really substantially. We're looking to try to buy a golf course up here and rewild it for a full open to the public Wolf Science Center. And that's my next big project. So he's looking at people over there, but I've got to get this restaurant open, and then once that's done, I'll be able to start refocusing some of my energy on that project, because that's a big capital raise. I'm gonna have to get a lot of support. There's some zoning stuff I gotta work through. Come on, Nuni. Thank you. And those of you will be able to see our property here in a sec with the light. So if you've hung out to see, you get to see Akutak and my Malamute Nepenthe, who's definitely an honorary wolf. Come here, Nuni. Come on, don't do that. Come this way. Here we go. Come on, let's go over here. It's weird. Every once in a while when cars come, they kind of balk and they pull back and go the wrong way. So yes, I've had many wolf dogs. They tend to be less timid around people, which makes them riskier in a lot of ways, because especially lower content animals that aren't afraid of people at all can be spicy with people. So they can have sort of the wolf strength, but the dog confidence with people. Wolves are more intense when it comes to things like breeding season. I mean, it all depends on the content. An animal with a ton of wolf content is pretty much a wolf as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, it really just depends on the content and sort of the way the animal was handled. But these guys are very intense animals. Like this particular animal here, I think in the wrong hands would be a very, very difficult animal. I mean, it took me months to get him to be calm enough with food where I could sort of like properly hand feed him. He still when he's competing for food, he's insane. You know, he'll go right through your door. He'll knock you over by accident. He's huge. I mean, if you get on my channel, there's your kiwi. There's your kiwi. So we're coming up on our property here now, and this is our old lady, our 14-year-old lady here, the white one. And interesting fact for those of you that are still hanging out with us here, a Q-Talk here is the cousin of the animal actor who played Ghost on Game of Thrones. A lot of that was CG, but there were some actual wolf stuff. And so this is what the real, and here comes Nepente, my Malamute. Nepente star! And to give you an idea of the size, Nepente is an 80-pound dog. So she's like the size of a German Shepherd. And this is a greeting. Oh, hi. Come on. Nuni, we're going in now. He's like, no, we're not. Yeah, we are. Come on. Come on. Right, so bear with me here, folks, for just 1 second. Oh, hi, Nepente. I'm going to put you in my little shoulder holster here for 1 sec while I open my gate and get him unleashed. I know. She was mad. She didn't get to come with us. But Nuni needed some alone time with me. Hey, stop eating our box. Trying to close our gate here. Hey, stop eating the box. Come here. Hey, don't be spicy with me. Oh, here's Mom. She's telling the Malamute to use her words. Use your words. I know, but those aren't the right words. Nuni, stop eating the box. Let's see how bad you... We got lucky. He didn't really get stinky. All right. Go see your people. Come on. No, you can have the box. And there's Kiwi. So Kiwi is actually really, really light. She weighs about 80 pounds, but she's so tall. Aren't you? You're just so we call her the tall, skinny blonde here. This is a Q-Talk here, which means ice cream. And ice cream has dark colored ears right now because we're getting a little bit of flies attacking her ears, and we put this treatment and it gets them dirty. Doesn't it? Otherwise, she'd be pure white and very fuzzy. She still hasn't given up her winter sweater. She's just starting to shed now, super late in the year. This is how she goes. She sheds late. I know. Hi. She's happy to see me. She's saying, Dad, come here, scratch. Grab my tail. Love my belly. Give me a scratch. Love my belly. Come here. Come here. Hi. And there's my Nepente, my Malamute. Oh, you. Hi. And she's just happy to see Dad. This one here loves me more than anyone. Wolves like to lick their teeth when they greet you. Lick your teeth when they greet you. It's how they greet family. Well, she's pretty spry for a 14-year-old. Oh, and these two are just puppies playing now. Get him, Nepente. Show him who the boss is. So funny. She's half his size, but he's afraid of her a little bit. Now they're mobbing Mom. So yeah, now that I'm back, and I can't get through the gate with the pack on. The other animals are on the other side of the gate. You can... That's Icknick. That's my largest animal, my big male. And he's got his two girlfriends over there somewhere. Sonny, Mooney! Sonny, Mooney! They're right there at the gate. I can't see in this. Yeah, I know. He rolled in some poop. I thought he would share it with you. Well, we'll have to give him a little treatment later. Just a little bit. Yeah, I got lucky. He just tagged one thing a little bit. My wife is like, he stinks. I'm like, yeah, he rolled in poop. She's like, why didn't you warn me earlier? Haha. She wanted to share. So for those of you that are asking all these questions, we are a nonprofit education entity that teaches people about wolves. And I cannot get through here safely with my pack on and risk the animals getting into this airlock and getting fussy with each other. So I'm not going to open the gate here, unfortunately, because otherwise we'd have chaos. Because my Nuni, the one right there, she wants to kill my dog. They do not like each other. They used to love each other the most, and then one day they didn't like each other anymore. And so we got to keep that girl separate from the other girls. The girls are fussy. They're spicy. The boys tend to be a little easier going. I took a sniff before I got on the gate, and it didn't seem like it was an issue, but he didn't rub up against me. She said it's not that bad. You know, you get used to this when you do what we do, and you live like we live. And yeah, so I'm going to unburden myself on my pack and go and help my wife prep the... It's fun to give these guys a bath. Let me tell you, they do not like it. What I do, though, is I spray them with this enzyme spray, and that de-stinks them naturally. And they like the smell of the spray. It smells kind of like mint and herbs and stuff. And so they like it. So I'm just going to come out here and give them a spray. But I'm going to wrap this up, folks. About to lose my battery here, and I got to go help make food for these critters. So for those of you who want to learn more, please like and subscribe to the channel. The nonprofit is TahoeWolfCenter.org. And if you want to support me, we have merch. You can donate to the nonprofit. And I have a book called The Wolf Lover's Guide to Raising Dogs that's available on Amazon. It's actually is a #1 in its category for a bit here. And I live stream in the evenings, not every day, but frequently when I take the animals out. I'm also on TikTok, same handle, @Oliver the Wolf Guy. So please find me online, and we'll keep getting to know one another. Thanks again for joining me tonight on my patrol with Nunarak, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot, you guys. Have a great night.